around 6 o'clock or so. After that, that cold air will rush in behind the front, and you'll feel a difference tomorrow. We'll have highs only in the 40s. Wind chills will make it feel like the 30s. I'll talk all about it coming up. Bianca?
Definite drop in temperature there, Audrey. Thanks so much. Meanwhile, with millions of people clogging the roads today, some travelers opting to skip the traffic and hop on the train instead. Fox 5's Lisa Evers has been speaking to passengers at Moynihan Train Hall. Lisa, what are people telling you?
Well, Bianca, you can see how busy it's getting here at the Moynihan Train Hall. Many people opting to take the train on this holiday weekend. An Amtrak spokesperson telling us that it's already looking like a record holiday-setting travel weekend this weekend. Now, this morning here at Moynihan Hall in the train station, it seemed like the crowds were growing with every passing minute. Amtrak saying they have not only added more trains, but more cars to the regularly scheduled trains. Everyone here had their own reason for their choices. Some are regulars along the Northeast Corridor who preferred train travel to unexpected traffic jams along the I-95 corridor if they were driving. There are some first-time train travelers we ran into trying to avoid the annoying drama of flight delays and cancellations, and also some parents traveling with their kids who decided to turn the whole getting to Grandma and Grandpa's house into an adventure.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Griffin, what do you think?
It's been really good, I think.
And what makes it so good? I mean, they do have a lot of good food choices here.
Yeah, I like the food choices. The seats were comfortable on the train.
It's my first time, so I'm not really familiar with it, but it's fine so far.
We're both professional musicians, so this is the best way to get to and from our events.
Traffic and family just didn't want to deal with the stress, and just made more sense to take the train and chill back.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Now, we also checked with Amtrak about the question that we saw online from a couple of people about whether they can catch Amtrak or their particular train at Penn Station, the old Penn Station, or here at the new Moynihan Station. The answer is both, whichever is more convenient. We also learned that New Jersey Transit is planning to add more trains starting at 2 this afternoon to ease that commute home, and also people who are using NJ Transit to get to their holiday weekend destination. That's the latest here from Moynihan Hall. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Bianca, back to you in the studio.
Wow, props to you, Lisa, for finding the two cutest boys to say Happy Thanksgiving I have ever seen. They are so cute. All right, Lisa, thanks
Adorable.
so much. Well, it is almost as much of a part of Thanksgiving as a turkey in the oven tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, the 99th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is going to march through Manhattan with massive balloons, festive floats, and, of course, popular performances. Fox 5's Ryan Christopher is on the Upper West Side right now with more on all of this as we see, I think, is that Minnie Mouse behind you, or Pikachu's head is being blown up?
Yes, that would be Pikachu, Bianca. How are you doing? Yes, that's Pikachu right here being blown up, inflated, excuse me. Then just behind Pikachu, you have the Pillsbury Doughboy, and then right behind him, you have Minnie Mouse. So we have 3 of the giant balloons here on West 81st Street between Columbus Avenue and Central Park West that are being inflated right now. And I want you to take a look at some video from earlier this morning. Okay, this is fascinating. We have a giant caravan of floats parading through the city to this staging area, both here on 81st and on West 77th as well, including Tom Turkey, one of the oldest floats here as part of the parade, and also a Disney cruise float, and even a procession of holiday merriment. Now the floats are all crafted inside the Macy's Parade Studio warehouse in Moonachie, New Jersey, and then transported through the Lincoln Tunnel. There's upwards of 150 different vehicles that help to transport all of the floats. And here's something else. So I spoke with a gentleman who turned 79 years young tomorrow on Thanksgiving, ironically, and he's been helping to build these floats now for 50 years. Take a listen.
Well, number one, we do a whole lot more floats. We did about 17 my first year, and this year we have 29 floats, So that's just kind of mind-boggling, and we used to go in with a crew of about 20 to set everything up, and now we have at least 100 one-nighters for the floats and another 100 or so for the balloons. So it's really become big. It's just so much more to do.
And what you're looking at here right now is one of the helium trucks, and there's upwards of 700,000 cubic square feet of helium that are used to inflate all of these balloons as part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's actually extracted in Kansas, of all places, then liquefied, transported to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where it's then turned into gas, and transported right here to the Upper West Side. And we have our buddy, our pal, Orlando Veras here. He is one of the spokespeople for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Happy Turkey Day to you.
Happy Turkey Day. Welcome to the parade.
Thank you so much. This is so fascinating for people right here in the city, or maybe you're visiting New York City today. You can actually come here to 81st Street, to 77th Street, and see this happen.
Correct. We have over 1 million people who come to see the balloon inflation up close and personal. They get in at 72nd and Columbus, and they tour the balloons. There's 34 giant balloons in total. It's going to be amazing. We start at 1 o'clock.
Very nice. Now, it seems like a little party. We got Pikachu, Pillsbury Doughboy, and Minnie Mouse. Now, let's pan and show off everything down 81st Street right here. It looks like we got Goku from Dragon Ball Z going Super Saiyan, and also off in the distance. Is that Buzz Lightyear?
That is Buzz Lightyear. And Buzz Lightyear returns to the parade this year as a new balloon, along with Shrek, who's returning. We have Mario making his debut, and Pac-Man also making his debut this year.
Let's talk about some of the amazing performances. Of course, so many people tuning in to see the world-class performers as well.
Of course, we have the group from the K-pop Demon Hunters, Huntrix. They're going to be singing that incredible song Golden from the show for the first time ever in full. We have Lainey Wilson. We have Kool and the Gang. We have Busta Rhymes. It's something for everyone in the parade.
I love that. It's a family affair. It's all happening, of course, tomorrow morning. The Thanksgiving Day Parade kicks off, steps off at 8:30 in the morning, and it's about a 2.5-mile route, right?
Yes, a 2.5-mile route with 8,000 people in tow, bringing cheer to millions of New Yorkers here in New York City.
All right, well, Orlando Veras, thank you for your time. Happy Thanksgiving. Bianca will send it back on into you. And let's just move out of the way so Bianca can get a little view of that little cute Pikachu right there. Isn't he adorable?
So cute. His little head's rising from the ground. It's so cute. I'm going to go check that out later today, Ryan. But thanks for giving us a preview. Keep your eye out for that mini float. I think it was a goldfish one that's like 14 inches long. What if you've seen that on the ground there?
Okay, I'll be sure to keep our eyes peeled.
All right, Ryan, thanks so much. Meanwhile, to this now, a long-running legal saga could finally be coming into a close for President Trump. Next at noon, details on a new ruling in the Georgia election interference case. Plus, a new report is taking a look at food insecurity in the city this holiday season, and who it's affecting might surprise you.
877.
Some developing news in the Georgia election interference case. A new prosecutor has decided not to pursue charges against President Trump and others. This means charges against Rudy Giuliani and former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows are also dropped. Pete Skandalakis made this decision after taking over the case from Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. She was removed because of an inappropriate relationship with the special prosecutor leading that case. It's unlikely the case against the president would have moved forward while he was in office. And some breaking news. City Council member Julie Menin says she secured enough votes to become the next Speaker of the City Council. Menin is a Manhattan Democrat that represents the Upper East Side. She has positioned herself as a moderate in contrast to the incoming Democratic Socialist Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani. Menin says that she has secured support from a diverse slate of 36 lawmakers, from Yusuf Salaam to Big Apple Republicans. And a new report revealing just how many people are experiencing food insecurity and struggling to make ends meet. The study was conducted by the nonprofit Hunger Free America and focused on households earning less than $100,000 a year. It found that 75% of the families surveyed in New York said that basic living costs increased either greatly or somewhat in the past year, and half of them are having trouble affording food.
But even people earning up to $75,000 to $100,000, which used to be thought as solidly middle class, are having real trouble struggling to afford enough food.
Now, these advocates say the delay in the delivery of SNAP benefits during the recent government shutdown only amplified that problem. All right, next at noon, does your turkey roast in the oven for hours, or does it get dunked in a vat of oil for frying? We are talking to New Yorkers about the best way that they think is to get the turkey on the table. We'll chat about the debate after the break. All right, whether you roast it, fry it, slather it in butter, or baste it, the end goal is the same. Making your turkey does not turn out dry and tasteless. So which method do people swear by? Fox 5's Jody Goldberg is talking turkey on Long Island.
When it comes to Thanksgiving turkeys, some cooks swear by speed.
Deep fry it. Brine the turkey and then you spatchcock it. It takes half the time.
While others opt for low and slow.
We cook it in the oven for a long time and we like it crispy.
And for some people, including myself, the ritual starts long before Thanksgiving morning. I brine my bird for about 24 hours and then stuff the cavity.
All the recipes I've tried, the best ones is just the plain butter, herbs.
Spatchcock it, dry brine it, and then do an herb butter.
Everyone has a method and an opinion.
I do a microwave convection oven. Actually makes it juicier.
There are the cooks who get crafty in the kitchen.
Orange juice, cognac, spices, whatever's in the house, that's what we put on.
And those who debate to baste.
Lots of butter, lots of garlic, under the skin, and then basting.
Or not to baste.
I used to. That's too much work. It doesn't make it taste any better.
For some, the turkey is someone else's problem.
I let my wife take care of everything, and I eat it.
I go to my son for dinner.
And then there are others who opt out altogether.
I eat Italian food. I don't, because my entire family are vegetarians.
It's very simple. I don't like turkey.
Whether you brine, butter, or baste, season, spatchcock, or skip, at the end of the day, it all carves out just fine. Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
Okay, and now watching that is making us all very hungry. We're taking a live look outside there. Audrey, I feel like we didn't get the answer, though. Which is the best way to cook it? What's your response to that one?
The best way is to have someone else do it.
Same here.
That would be it, yes.
Yep.
All right, folks. Well, today, if you do have to get out and about and get those last-minute things for your Thanksgiving holiday, today's a great day for it. We have mild temperatures outside and mostly dry conditions, too. We have 58 degrees in Central Park, 58 in Islip, 56 in East Hampton. We're now hit 61 degrees in Belmar, and even in the Hudson Valley, it's pretty nice, too. 56 in Poughkeepsie and 53 in Monticello. All of these temperatures definitely warmer than they were at this time yesterday, and it's all courtesy of a south to southwest wind flow. Right now, it's a little breezy at times, but these winds will pick up in speed by tomorrow afternoon for sure. So we're dry right now. We had a couple of isolated showers pass through earlier. There's a line also forming well out to our west. That's along a cold front that's heading in our direction. The good news is for us, though, we're out ahead of the front. We're in that mild wedge sitting right here along the eastern seaboard, but on the back side of it, some much colder air is working in, and as a result, they're getting really a lot of snow across the Great Lakes, or at least the western Great Lakes. Here's that colder air mass. You can see it overspreading much of the nation here, but we're in this nice sliver of mild temperatures that have worked north all the way into New England, where Boston is checking in at 60 degrees. But the cold air is headed in our direction. Here we go as we go into the next 24 to 48 hours or so. On Thanksgiving Thursday here, we're expecting that cold air to be in place, so a much colder day expected for tomorrow. Same thing as we go into Friday, and we're also expecting very windy conditions, which will make for wind chills, making it feel like the 20s and 30s as we go into tomorrow and Friday. Today, though, 61. Enjoy it while it's here. Tonight, we drop back to 38, so the drop happens tonight, and the winds pick up in speed, gusting to 35 this evening, and still blustery for your Thanksgiving. That high of 44 tomorrow will feel more like 34, so dress warm. We'll have flurries possible on Friday to the north. Saturday, it's still cold, and then rain returns to the region as we go into midday on Sunday. Bianca?
All right, Audrey, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, to this now, next at noon, it is Thanksgiving. Well, it's not Thanksgiving without football. So coming up, sports producer Lou Albanese joining us now to break down some of the Thanksgiving Day matchups that you will not want to wait to see. All right, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, which means only two things matter: turkey and football. And thank goodness there will be some good games to watch. The fall also continues, though, from last week's controversial Giants loss that even grabbed the attention of President Trump. And, of course, to break all of this down, sports producer Loganese is here to
can't talk turkeys without the Giants.
About it.
We can't talk turkey without the Giants.
Let's push the Giants back a second.
We'll
Let's start for the game that we really care about.
We start with the football, and then we'll get to the turkeys.
The game that is played every single Thanksgiving. It's all about
the Lions and the Packers.
What in the world?
Detroit.
The disrespect you just.
The Lions and the Packers.
We are talking about the Cowboys.
Oh,
Lou.
those guys. I forgot about them.
This is what Thanksgiving is. It's about the Cowboys.
Dallas. You know what? Interesting game this year. They got the Chiefs.
That's right.
Both these teams would not make the playoffs. Both are coming off great wins. I am going to go on the record as saying last week I picked the Cowboys to win. Didn't feel good about it, 21-0, but they came back, beat the Eagles.
Okay, so I feel like
as a genius as always.
I need to show up in some Cowboys gear tomorrow.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Listen, they're playing. They got a chance for the playoffs. And Jerry Jones said they were going to do this. Jerry Jones, everyone ripped Jerry, and Jerry's doing it.
Jerry says this every single year.
Well, he's right this year. This team actually might make it.
We'll see. In fact, it being just like the big halftime show, it's just a big spectacle, and it's really fun to watch every Thanksgiving.
And they usually win.
Yeah, so I'm rooting for the Cowboys on
but
this one.
This time it's the Chiefs. This time it's Patrick Mahomes.
That's exactly why I'm rooting for the Cowboys.
Win.
Yeah, but you already know, too. You're not a big Chiefs fan, and also you kind of want to see the Cowboys take home.
Actually, I'll tell you what, Quinton Williams, former Jet, in there now, taking care of their defense. As usual, Jets guys leave, Giants guys leave. They do great. Last week, the Chiefs, they beat the Colts and Daniel Jones.
The big deal here and the biggest question, will Taylor Swift be at this game?
Oh, it's a possibility, right? Yeah.
Taylor in Dallas?
I'll say yes.
Taylor at AT&T Stadium?
Yes.
That's cool. All right.
Why wouldn't she be with Travis on Thanksgiving?
It's a big deal.
Sense.
So we'll see what happens with this game. But let's talk about what's happening with the Giants because we even have the president upset about this one.
Here we go. Chiefs, Cowboys, they're winners right now.
Yeah.
Giants are the biggest losers there are. All right, it's 4th down, okay? Kick a field goal. You could be up by 6, couple of minutes left in the game. And what do? They go for it. What are you doing? Everyone... Malik Neighbors, who's hurt, tweeted, we obviously are throwing games. We're obviously tanking because why else would we not kick the field goal?
Okay, but the best part about it is that Donald Trump got to X and posted this saying, why did the New York Football Giants not kick that field goal? Who would have done such a thing? It was crazy. I got to watch the end of the game and thought, why would they do that touchdown instead of the 3? That's
Thank you.
Weird.
Even Trump's right. Trump's saying
It's kind of funny, though, that when you get the president chiming in on NFL games and how they do their games, how they run their games and their offense.
And he's right. I mean, that's a loser move. All right, there's winners and there's losers, and we know who the turkeys are. The turkeys are in New York. They're not playing tomorrow. The turkeys are tomorrow. It's in New York.
Well, we got a healthy dose of turkey coming up tomorrow, but that is it for us. We'll be back here next week, so stay tuned. Kicking and Screaming. We'll do the whole gamut of everything that went down
do all the turkeys.
on that day.
So, all the turkeys.
Some more noon coming up straight ahead. Stay with us.
Wow, Donald Trump is correct. I'm agreeing with Donald Trump.
New York City is delivering for you every day, everywhere. Major crime is down citywide. A record number of new homes have been created, and a brand new universal after-school program is available for our kids. With safer streets and thriving small businesses, NYC is delivering for families, making this the best place to raise yours. Find out more at deliveringforyou.nyc.
Well, that is our show, but before we go, here's one last thing to leave you with. Some iconic pieces of movie history, they're going to be up for grabs. Prop Store's Winter Entertainment Memorabilia Live Auction will feature things like Buddy the Elf's famous costume, Harrison Ford's fedora from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and then Stormtrooper's blaster from Return of the Jedi. The Prop Store is expecting bids to come in from around the world for the December sale. Pretty cool. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Our Fox 5 Top 5 special is next. If you want more news, tune into the Fox Local app, streaming right now.
I'm Rosanna Scotto.
And I'm Natasha Verma, and this is Fox 5's Top 5, where we look back at our favorite stories from the past year.
And we are pulling out all the stops. Let's start with some lost footage of the King, Elvis, that's now being seen again thanks to Fox 5. Here's Robert Moses.
As far as the eye can see, a press of excited youngsters from all over the region are on hand for the return of Elvis Presley to Tupelo, Mississippi, the town where he was born.
In September of 1956, nearing the apex of his rise to stardom, Elvis Presley received a hometown hero's welcome. Nearly 7 decades later, Elvis still fascinates. On January 8th, he would have turned 90, a milestone birthday for the king of rock and roll, worthy of a mention on our 6 o'clock newscast. Producer Max Weiskopf asked managing editor Peter Fassini to find footage to use on the air that night.
The Fox Movietone archive had been digitized over the last couple of years, which makes it kind of easy to find things. There was this one clip, this one file that came up, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, this looks different to me.
There seemed to be a good story here. Peter examined the unedited silent clip, which runs a little more than 2 minutes, frame by precious frame. What is Elvis doing, and where is he? Almost immediately, the slate offers some key clues. The date, October 29th, 1956, and the director, R. Webb, as in Robert Webb. A quick search reveals that on October 29, 1956, Elvis was in New York City shooting a new ending scene for Webb's movie, Love Me Tender. Love Me Tender, Elvis's first feature film.
It was just in the archives, a terrific find.
Brooklyn College film professor Foster Hirsch, the author of Hollywood and the Movies of the 50s, saw the film when he was 13 years old. The shrieks from fellow audience members forced Hirsch to go back and see it again.
I wanted to find out if he could act, because I thought if I wait a week or two, the pandemonium will die down. And it did. It did. You could hear his dialogue after about a week or two, but not the opening weekend.
And what about that ending? Our story, after all, revolves around that infamous ending.
When they were previewing it to audiences, the reaction was extremely negative. Teenage girls were not happy that Elvis, spoiler alert, dies at the end of this film.
Producers added a scene to cushion the blow of his death, showing the ghost of Elvis on screen singing the title song, Love Me Tender.
Happiness will follow you.
It is this ending that Elvis was recording in New York on that October day in 1956. But there is still the issue of where. Where in New York City is he recording it?
I think I know where this is.
How many times have you walked by that building?
Dozens. dozens.
The building, an old carriage house, sits on the north side of East 69th Street between 3rd and Lex, just 2 blocks from our television station. The building once housed Junko Studios.
Isn't it amazing? You can walk the streets of Manhattan and not realize what has happened in that spot years before. It's pretty cool.
So we figured out the where and the what, but we still wondered, so what? How significant of a find is this 2-minute clip?
Where do you go for the answers? And it took me a little bit, and you go to Graceland. And that's when I called Angie.
My name's Angie Marchese, and I'm the Vice President of Archives and Exhibitions at Elvis Presley's Graceland.
Angie Marchese was 5 when Elvis died.
I feel like he's like a long-lost uncle that I know everything about, but I never had the opportunity to meet.
Angie started working at Graceland when she was 17. She is the world's foremost Elvis expert. If she hasn't seen it, nobody has. So she, of all people, can put the discovery in perspective.
It's very rare, especially almost 50 years after someone has passed away, to find something that's truly never been seen before. All the casual behind the scenes and interacting with the director and meeting the fans outside and the studio and him going to the car, all of that stuff was brand new to me. To find 2 minutes of unedited Elvis film from 1956 is pretty priceless.
Like Peter, Angie pored over the silent footage. She scrutinized everything.
You can see how Elvis was being very professional, but also wanting to do it right and taking direction very well from the director so they could capture that moment perfectly. And he could have been behind the door and wave at them through the window, but no, he opened the door and he was signing autographs and taking pictures. He never forgot who made it possible for him to buy this beautiful mansion in Memphis. It was the fans.
Elvis had a whirlwind couple of days in New York City. On October 28th, 1956, the day before his recording session at Junko Studios, he appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show, and it was there where he performed perhaps the most valuable service of his entire career. He very publicly got the polio vaccine. David Rose works as a historical consultant for the March of Dimes.
The first mission was to find a solution to the problem of polio. It was a huge effort to make sure that teens got the message that you can't rock and roll with polio. And that was a tagline for all the brochures that the March of Dimes sent out after this famous shoot with Elvis getting his shot.
In the spring of 1957, just a few months after his visit to New York, Elvis bought Graceland. 23 million visitors and counting have made the pilgrimage there to get closer to a superstar who remains relevant to this day. Graceland is home to 1.5 million artifacts, soon to be 1.5 million and one. Angie plans to start using this clip that we found to help tell the world Elvis's story.
It's a really unique piece of footage that has been found and that we're excited about displaying here at Graceland and sharing with the world.
Fox 5 is always watching your health, and sports injuries are a major problem for kids and adults alike.
As a matter of fact, between 100 and 200,000 people tear their ACLs every year. But now, as Fox 5's Dan Bowen shows us, there's a groundbreaking new procedure that could be a game changer.
Set, go. Whether it's a deep pass for a touchdown, a soccer strike to the back of the net, or a fastball right down the middle, there is an athlete behind the action, especially in modern-day youth sports.
I would say that as long as you're really ambitious, you could push for anything you want.
And for Long Island High School senior Santiago Feliciano, that push was on the soccer field.
Make sure that I train well enough, be in like peak form, so that then I could go and like long shot go to D1 for Stony Brook soccer.
But then a problem. His knee just wouldn't stop hurting.
They did an MRI and that's when they found out I had an ACL tear.
That separation is what's called an avulsion tear or rupture of the ACL. So this view shows his injury.
Dr. Robert Trasolini is an orthopedist with Northwell Health Huntington Hospital.
Now if I peel this back, we're able to look into the joint and flip it forward. This ligament right here is your ACL.
The ACL so important for athletes.
To hold the knee in proper placement when you're cutting, pivoting, jumping, or running.
And the doctor says
there's a significant increase in pediatric ACLs over the last 3 to 5 years.
He's seeing more and more young athletes with ACL tears.
They're not giving themselves a break. They're not doing other things to strengthen and train other parts of their body.
Traditionally, a torn ACL is replaced with a tendon graft using tissue from the patient or a cadaver, with recovery taking 9 to 12 months or longer.
Can we find ways to be better?
Dr. Trasolini thinks the answer to that question is yes.
I think there's some points where it is groundbreaking.
Embracing a new technology called the Bear implant, bridge-enhanced ACL restoration.
This is the implant. It's the Bear implant, which looks like...
This is it right here? The implant that looks kind of like a marshmallow allows the body to heal itself instead of removing the ligament.
And then we would pass this suture out into the tibia, and what would happen is it would hug the ACL injury.
Is the ACL repairing itself?
In the joint, there's something called synovial fluid, which has a lot of protein enzymes, and which will wash away the healing factors. This will protect it so it can heal itself.
With this implant, I guess I have more hope.
Only specific patients with certain types of tears are eligible. Santiago was the first to ever receive it at Northwell Health Huntington Hospital, cutting his recovery time in half.
For me, it was not even a month on crutches.
Possibly giving him enough time to return to the field sooner and with confidence.
Even with an ACL, you could do like other things, like I guess out of the ordinary things.
Dan Bowens, Fox 5 News.
Coming up, it's a bookstore with many chapters.
100, in fact. We're taking you to a shop celebrating a century on the East Side.
Tri-State area.
We love telling you about hidden gems in the city.
And we like learning about it ourselves too, right? Like this bookstore that's been serving up good reads for more than a century. Fox 5's Richard Giacovas takes us on a tour from cover to cover.
Walk down the street here in the heart of New York City in Midtown and you'd almost miss it. That's a bookstore, but this is just not your average bookstore. This is the oldest bookstore in all of New York City. In fact, this year, it turns 100, and we're going to show you inside. The year was 1925. F. Scott Fitzgerald published The Great Gatsby, and Calvin Coolidge was serving his second year as president. And on 59th Street, across from Bloomingdale's, a little-known bookstore was born. Let's climb aboard this old-fashioned elevator equipped with its own operator.
So this is special.
Wow. And explore the hidden treasures stored on the endless shelves of the Argosy bookstore in Midtown.
This is an autograph department.
That's where our tour begins, in this gallery on the top floor, beyond the books, where co-owner Adina Cohen shows us the famous letters signed by Civil War heroes, and the photographs with signatures penned by legendary icons like Liza Minnelli. There's even a check signed by Clark Gable, all for sale. And this is just a piece of a tightly bound maze of history.
It's a fantastic early edition.
Yes, it is. Adina, along with sister Judith Lowry and nephew Ben, are continuing the next chapter in this bookstore journey. Argosy was passed down to Judith and Adina by their father, who worked in a bookstore in high school as an after-school job. His dream was to open one of his own. So he did, back in 1925. And 100 years later, it's still relevant. Why?
The relevant people find us and keep us going.
People like Bill, who's been browsing at Argosy since he was a kid.
It's the same, it doesn't change.
Despite new offers coming in almost daily to buy this piece of storied history, son Ben says the answer is always no thank you.
Cold calls and people coming in and offers, some very good offers. It's really not on the table. It's, you know, I have 2 kids and someday hopefully they'll join the fold.
Put that right into the camera.
As for those actual recycled books, some priceless first editions that are locked away, many of them are brought in or donated to Argosy. The man in charge of restoration, Richard Rosenblatt, another employee who's been in charge of rebinding and repainting hundreds of books a day for nearly 4 decades.
Here it is. Very lightly, I'm going to go into these areas, right, that are scuffed.
Richard treats every book with TLC, even the weathered bindings that are exempt from restoration because they're just too delicate to handle. But for those who want to experience the gift of Argosy, go in and get lost. Dive deep into some of the most prominent works. Look for the rarest signatures and appreciate a part of history that's still here in Manhattan.
If you have an intellectual life, it can carry you through your older years, like a ship saving you from drowning.
Oh, and if you're wondering why Mr. Cohen chose the name Argosy, well, we'll go back in time again, when choosing the letter A would put the store at the top of the phone book directory. And you can find those here, too. In Midtown, Richard Giacovas, Fox 5 News.
Coming up, breaking barriers in the restaurant biz.
Get ready to meet the female chefs making their way in the sushi world.
York City, home to hundreds of sushi restaurants.
But did you know only a handful of them are led by women? Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini caught up with the pair of chefs breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry.
Inside Sushi Akira, head chef Nikki Zen keeps busy. From ordering fish from Japan to carefully preparing the food, piece by piece, wasabi from scratch.
I think passionate is the most important.
And passionate she is.
I get certificate in Japan.
From training in Japan to New York City, now she runs what is an omakase dining experience on the Upper East Side.
From Kagoshima, Japan, strapjack.
The menu is chef's choice. By reservation, it's an 18-course meal and $175 a head. I got a little taste.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The chef says watching people enjoy what she serves is one of the best parts of the job.
They have one bite, and then they will be like, So I feel like, okay, it's worth it. No matter how hard, yeah.
There are many challenges in general associated with the restaurant business. In sushi restaurants, it's rare to find female head chefs.
There's old belief on gender bias.
It is indeed a male-dominated profession. Career resource platform Zippia put out some research in 2021, and it was found females represented only about 22% of the sushi chef demographic in the United States.
I think that because there are so few female chefs generally, and also specifically sushi chefs, we all kind of gravitate towards each other.
Inside Hoseki, a small omakase counter in Saks Fifth Avenue, head chef Morgan Adamson is breaking barriers, and she takes pride in doing things her own way, offering a chef's choice lunch menu and handling every bite she serves with care.
I think being able to feel authentic with guests, even if I'm doing something that feels inauthentic to the way I look or where I'm from. It's like I'm a Midwestern girl from, Michigan that didn't grow up eating sushi.
In a city packed with sushi restaurants and seemingly endless food choices, there's rarity in what these women are doing. I asked each of them if they had any advice or hopes for others with a similar dream.
Just do whatever you want to do. I think like putting yourself in a box in any way makes it hard to feel like you can adjust.
I hope I can be an influential chef, influential female sushi chef, so can, encourage more females to be a sushi chef.
Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.
Coming up, malls. Are they thriving or barely surviving?
Meet us by the fountain as we take a deep dive into the state of shopping meccas when we come back.
877.
What's old is new again. Who doesn't remember hanging out at the mall? Well, they're having a renaissance across the tri-state area.
And Rosanna, as I found out firsthand at the mall in Short Hills in New Jersey, where people are still shopping till they drop.
The Great American Mall, that pop culture hallmark.
Where's Ty?
Oh, she met some random guys at the Foot Locker and escorted them right over there. Ranging from Pleasure Palace with rides that put an amusement park to shame, to open air where you can pull right up to your favorite store, or fully enclosed, climate-controlled Mecca. We're never far from one.
Malls in the tri-state area really have a convenience factor because, you know, it's harder to drive around, it's harder to park, etc.
Alexandra Lang should know she literally wrote the book on the history of the American Mall, Meet Me by the Fountain. Numbers crunched by Capital One show an average of 1,100 of them closed every year between 2017 and 2022. Back in 1986, there were 25,000 in the U.S. As of 2022, it's estimated there are 1,150 malls left. Many writing the vast retail arcades off, calling them a casualty of the pandemic or relic of a bygone era.
I don't usually come to the mall, but, you know, it's a nice occasion. It's my wife's birthday, so we're just coming to, you know, look around.
And while some are withering on the vine, it's not all bleak.
People just kept saying to me, well, don't you think malls are over, completely over? But when I was talking to mall experts, they all said, no, there are some negative trends in malls, but the pandemic is just accelerating trends that were already there, but there's still a core of malls that are successful.
According to the 2023 State of the American Mall report, foot traffic is up 10% from 2019 at so-called low-tiered malls, shopping centers with an empty anchor store, while it's up 12% at top-tier ones, like the mall at Short Hills. Brianna Gross is the general manager of the Lux Shopping Center in North Jersey. That's been attracting window shoppers and those with cash to burn since opening in 1960.
People come here and they bring their families, and generation after generation, you know, standing behind me is our ball fountain. You know, multiple generations have even thrown coins in that fountain.
So what does the future of the mall look like? Alexandra Lang thinks we're going to see 3 distinct types emerge.
One of them is going to be really a true town center with retail probably oriented more towards food and daily shopping and housing built around it. I think we'll still have some of the great classic malls. And then I think there'll be a third type that's really more entertainment oriented.
Which means chances are your local mall, in some form, could be alive with the sound of swiping and tapping and maybe even cash registers opening for years to come.
Well, we hope you enjoyed reliving these top 5 moments as much as we did.
We did, right? For Natasha and all of us here at Fox 5, I'm Rosanna Scotto. Thank you for joining us.
Count me down, Jonah. So where are we at, 3? Good afternoon, everyone. Antoine Lewis, happy to be with you on this Wednesday as we are still getting my mic and stuff together. Anyway, whoa, let me step back a little bit. That camera's like close. Anyway, happy pre-Thanksgiving. Had a time cue that was wrong there. Nonetheless, very happy to be with you on this 11/26 day in November. And we're coming to you. This is Newsroom Live. We have a lot to get to, but we are going to kick things off by talking about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which you know is iconic. It's certainly a part of this season, certainly part of the New York City culture. Ryan Christopher is standing by because he has a preview of what everybody always looks forward to, just the balloons. And we know how much of a spectacle it is, how grand and all of that is. But let's go to Ryan now, Eric McFarlane, if you would. And Ryan, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear, Mr. Lewis.
How are you, sir? We see the balloons behind you. Just walk us through what's going on.
Yes, sir. So just behind us right here, you have just some of the massive balloons here for the 99th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm going to get out of the way so you can see what's happening. Look, we got Pikachu. Just behind Pikachu, we got the Pillsbury Doughboy. Woo-hoo! And then just behind the Pillsbury Doughboy, we got Minnie Mouse. They are all inflated just behind us. Now, we were here as early as 6 in the morning, and this street was absolutely empty. Right now, we're on West 81st Street between Columbus Avenue and Central Park West. So this street, along with just a few blocks down on West 77th, these are the two staging areas for these massive balloons. There's also an estimated 700,000 cubic feet of helium being used to inflate all of these balloons. Now, what you're looking at right now, this is Nora the Fox from Elf on the Shelf, one of the newer friends of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And if we pan to the other side, I don't know if we can reach all the way over there on the camera, but down there you have Goku going Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z. You have Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. He's one of the newest floats this year, but just a spectacle, and this is somewhere where you can come later today. We already have families that are starting to line up here on 77th Street just to take in this holiday experience, bringing so much joy to so many people. But for now, I want you to look at video from earlier this morning. Let's take a look at this video. So early this morning, there was a caravan of floats parading through the city, all to this very staging area where we are right now, including Tom Turkey, one of the most historic floats here. And now we're talking about the floats, not the balloons. And also there was a Disney cruise float, a procession of holiday merriment, and the floats are actually crafted at the Macy's Parade Studio Warehouse in Moonachie, New Jersey, and then transported through the Lincoln Tunnel. And actually, we spoke with a gentleman who has been working to construct these works of art for 50 years, and tomorrow on Thanksgiving, ironically, is his 79th birthday, and we were able to chat with him about so much of the history that goes into these beautiful floats.
Well, number one, we do a whole lot more floats. We did about 17 my first year, and this year we have 29 floats, you know? So that's just kind of mind-boggling, and we used to go in with a crew of about 20 to set everything up, and now we have like at least 100 one-nighters for the floats and another 100 or so for the balloons. So it's really become big. It's just so much more to do.
All I have is a front end. All right, now I'm going to call over a gentleman. Hey, John, come on over, John. You see this guy over here in the cowboy hat? Well, he's a very important person, not just because he's rocking a cowboy hat. How you doing, sir?
Good.
So this is John. Whereabouts are you from? You're from Jersey, right?
Yes, I'm from New Jersey.
All right, very cool. Tell us about the company that you work with. You're actually the guy who supplies all the helium. Correct me if I'm wrong. 700,000 cubic square feet of helium.
Just cubic feet, not cubic square feet. But
cubic feet. See, that's why the professional's here to correct me. Okay.
So we Messer provides the helium for Macy's. Big customer of ours. We're happy to help them inflate their balloons. The helium comes from as a crude helium from Texas into Otis, Kansas, purified, transported to Pennsylvania, and then we bring it out here for the parade.
And show off these hoses right here on the ground. So they're filling it up right here with all this helium. This is not the kind of helium that you want to, taste or anything like that.
No, you wouldn't want to do that with any helium, actually. But so these are the hoses that are connected to the manifold right here, and then the manifold is connected to the truck. So it takes the very high pressure helium, brings it down to a lower pressure, and allows the Macy's team to inflate the balloons.
We appreciate all you guys do, because without you, there would be no balloons. So thanks for keeping these beautiful balloons floating through the city tomorrow. What's this experience like for you? Because obviously you're dealing with helium every day, which might not be the most exciting industry to work in, but then when you come here, it's got to put a smile on your face.
It's exciting, helium, it is. But no, I'm thrilled to be here. Bucket list item to be part of the Macy's parade and to be able to support them. I've been in the industrial gas business a long time and working with helium a long time, and happy to be here.
There it is, John. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
And all that you do. So let's take a look one more time. You have these teams right here, Antoine. So these are the inflation teams at the inflation stations. They all have different uniforms on, different colors. So that's what sort of how you can tell the difference between the different teams. But you have upwards of 8 to 10 people per team. And again, right now, this is one of the newest floats. Right here, this is Nora the Fox from Elf on the Show.
Okay, Nora the Fox, got it. All right. And her team.
So look, marking that one down. Okay, got it.
But wait, Ryan, before you get away from us, very good interview with the gentleman who's the birthday tomorrow, who's been inflating those balloons like that. Which of the balloons that you saw this morning wowed you? Which one did you say, oh man, wow? Did you have one?
Yeah, so, I mean, we've only been here on 81st Street, West 81st. I gotta say, this is my first time being here. Okay, so I've been in Moonachie where they actually build the floats. But when I saw the first balloon being blown up, for me at least, that was Minnie. So I feel like she's got to be my favorite because that was the first one. And at first, we thought maybe it was Elf on the Shelf, maybe it was Santa Claus, until we saw the little bow on her head. And then we said, oh yeah, that's Minnie Mouse. It's so cool to see these up close. You can obviously see, I'm 6'2", so you can see just how large these balloons are. And the gentleman that you were talking about that we interviewed, so he's celebrating 50 years of building the floats. And his girlfriend, she's actually working on the animatronics for the turkey. So Tom Turkey, when you see it moving its mouth and gobbling, it's that gentleman's girlfriend who's actually operating it. So it's a family business, apparently.
Absolutely. Ryan, thank you for that report. You, your wife, your family have a very great and safe day tomorrow, and I'll see you next week.
Likewise. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, Ryan. So everybody, that was a taste of the parade, if you will, some of the balloons, but we know a lot of people, 83 million Americans are expected to travel somewhere 50 miles or more as far as distance over this holiday. Airports are going to be exceptionally busy. Now, for that part of our story, we're going to go to the street soldier. Miss Lisa Evers is standing by at one of our airports.
She's at Moynihan Train Hall, where Amtrak travelers are heading out of town.
Miss Evers is at Moynihan Train Hall. Thank you, Miss Deborah Cheatham, our managing editor. Lisa's standing by at the train hall to talk about the rails. There you go, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, nice jacket. But
yes.
How things looking?
Thank you very much. Well, let me tell you something. This is the place to be. First of all, this Moynihan Train Hall, which we sometimes call the Moynihan Train Station, across the street from Penn Station, it's the exact opposite. You feel like you're in a suburban shopping mall that has train service. There was a little bit of, it was very, very busy this morning. There was a little bit of a lull now over lunchtime. And then now as we're going into the afternoon hours, there are more and more people starting to show up. Now Amtrak, I just checked again with the Amtrak spokesperson who's been giving us information about train travel. And he said that this year they're on, pardon the pun, on track to set a new record for the number of people using trains this particular holiday weekend. And it's not just here in the New York City area, not just in the Northeast, it's at all of their 500 stations in 46 states across the United States. So it's something that's happening nationally. There's a lot of people traveling, and you can just tell with the vibe too that's in here, because you see, you know, in Penn Station, Antoine, you've done a lot of stories from there between Amtrak and NJ Transit and other things happening around Penn Station. And one of the things I noticed here right away when we got here this morning is there's a lot of people who are traveling with small children and making it into an adventure. And they were actually the happiest travelers. Usually when you're at the airport, you see flights delayed and you see parents there and you're like going, oh, I feel so bad. You know, try to keep the kids entertained during like a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour flight delay. That's a whole mission impossible sometimes. But here the kids are just like, wow, this is it. They're talking about how wonderful the train ride is. And Amtrak has had to really beef up service to accommodate this increased demand. The most important thing, Antoine, we want to really tell anybody that's thinking of using the train, and a lot of people use it on the Northeast Corridor to go from Boston, or even points north, and they go to Boston, come down here through New York, down to D.C., Virginia, and further down. But the most important thing is Amtrak has an app. It's just the Amtrak app. You can sign up for text alerts, so you can actually get alerts on your phone, just like you do with some of the airlines do, and anything else, your food delivery, whatever. You can get alerts about your train, any updates on the service, and Amtrak is really trying to accommodate all of these people who are getting into this whole new train movement that seems to be happening. And they're basically, they have added a lot of additional trains, but I was also told that they're also adding extra train cars to the trains that were originally scheduled to be running on this day. So there's a lot that's going into it. There are a lot of helpers out here for Amtrak, a lot of identifiable people. Big shout out to I don't know what they call them. I call them the red cap. They're the sky caps at the airport. I'll call them the red caps here at Moynihan Station, but they're helping people who are in wheelchairs. They're helping people, who have large amounts of baggage and things that they're carrying to get from point A to point B and get on the train safely, or get out of the train safely and get into a cab or a car that they have waiting here for them. So it's a really, considering it's the holiday rush hour, which we're expecting to get even busier this afternoon. People are in mostly a good mood. I mean, some people are a little grumpy because they whatever, right. But a lot of them, they're looking around. The food courts is amazing. The kids love the food. There's like all kinds of things here. I'm looking right over here. There's a Magnolia Bakery. I mean, when have you had that in a at a train station? And there's a lot of other specialty things. There's even some places where people are doing a little bit of holiday shopping in advance while they're waiting for their train. And they have a lot of bathrooms, clean bathrooms, all the things that you need when you're traveling. So it's been really wonderful. We have a little bit of sound. We talked with a whole bunch of people this morning. I don't know if you guys have it there that we can play it for people, give them a little sense of the mood.
Yep, we got it, Lisa. We'll toss to it and we'll come right back to you.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
Okay, great. All right, thanks.
Griffin, what do you think?
It's been really good, I think.
And what makes it so good? I mean, they do have a lot of good food choices here.
Yeah, I like the food choices. The seats were comfortable in the train.
It's my first time, so I'm not really familiar with it, but it's fine so far.
We're both professional musicians, so this is the best way to get to and from our events.
Traffic and family just didn't want to deal with the stress, and just made more sense to take the train and chill back.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Oh.
Now you can see how cute those kids were, but this was like a big adventure to them. It wasn't like a chore. It wasn't like, trying to wake them up to go to school on a day when they don't want to go,
right,
or they don't feel like it, or they didn't get enough sleep, or whatever. It's just totally. It's like a big adventure for them. They're walking around like this, like looking at everything, and I'm sure passing the food court and all the things to eat, bugging their parents about that, but they didn't seem to mind because they said, you know what, they're making the actual travel to grandma and grandpa's part, or wherever they're going for Thanksgiving dinner, to actually part of the whole experience. So it's just like, hey kids, this is what we're doing. This is a fun thing, as opposed to hurry up. We got to get to the airport. We got to go through security. We got to do all these types of things. And yes, they can take their thing. And the other thing too, which is a bonus for everybody, they're telling us that every single seat has its own outlet, so you should bring your charger, because you can keep your electronic devices, your tablets, your computers, your games, whatever, phones, all of that charging while you're on the train. So that's another big plus too. You don't have to put that away during takeoff, because there's no takeoff. You just get on and go. And a lot of people are really loving it. So Amtrak is hoping that things go smoothly as they set this, what they expect to be, based on ticket sales already, they're telling me, a record-setting high amount of train travel this Thanksgiving holiday weekend. But that's the latest here from Antoine. Back to you.
Lisa, before you go, question. When you travel, do you prefer to drive, fly, or take the train? I hate to blow up your spot like that, but I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your preferred method around the holiday?
It depends. It depends where I'm going. You know, if the family's close, it's going to be driving definitely because you know our schedules are crazy and they can change at the last minute. I love air travel because you can go further places. But I do like to drive. I've been driving my whole life, and you know. That's a fun part of it, but it's the train, and the train I like from going from New York to D.C. You know, the Acela, it's just so much easier to get there for events and for visiting friends and family that I have in D.C. So I like it all, as long as it's moving and not stalled on a runway or stuck in a traffic jam. I love. And Antoine, let me tell you this too, if we have the time. Yesterday, you were in the rain doing the story about the automobile, the car traffic, all the vehicles, and I have to tell you that when I left the station last night, about 6:30 or so, it was just to go a couple of miles took over an hour in Manhattan because every single highway was jammed, every single major avenue was jammed, and then one of my cameramen from New Jersey. He said it took him like an unbelievable record-setting amount of time to get out of the city and get to his home in New Jersey. So there's just that was an important story that you did to warn people, like, hey, wait a minute. And I think too, you know, we've seen this over in recent years, is that the holiday getaway is kind of spreading over a couple days. Like last Friday was really bad with traffic. A lot of people just took off this entire week and left last Friday. That was really bad. Last night and yesterday was the early birds, and today you have people on the regular, what has always kind of traditionally been the busiest travel day of the Thanksgiving weekend. But here at the train station, I mean, you can take a look. You can see, you know, people are moving fast and they're doing what they have to do. But it's just, it's the way to go for a lot of people. No flights canceled and no traffic jams. I mean, kind of got me right there.
Yep, absolutely. And you are right about yesterday and that traffic. And, well, so much for congestion pricing, but I guess we'll just wait and see how long it's going to make an impact. You know, so here we are with that. Lisa, the street soldier, happy Thanksgiving to you and to the crew that you are with. And you stay safe. And again, that's a sharp jacket, Miss Evers. Absolutely it is.
All right, Antoine, thank you so much, and happy birthday from me and my crew, Mike and Roy and everyone else here on the ground that's helping us watch our back, and some of the fans waiting here. So we're going to talk with them in a minute and talk with some travelers, and probably see you back at 4, 5, and 6. So
all right, Lisa.
Have a great Thanksgiving to Antoine, everybody back there at the station.
Thanks so much, Lisa. You stay safe. All right, everybody, we're going to be also changing gears right after the break. We have developing news out of Hong Kong. Eric, if you would, at least 13 people have died in a high-rise fire that's going on. So that's developing right now. We're going to bring you up to speed with that. It's 1:19 on your Wednesday, November the 26th. I'm Antoine Lewis. Happy to be with you this pre-Thanksgiving Newsroom Live. A quick break. Weather also. We'll be right back. Back now at 1:21 on your Wednesday, November the 26th, you're looking at images coming out of Hong Kong. More than a dozen people have perished in a high-rise, but I think Jonah, our up here, has a update for us. What you got, Jonah?
We got 36 dead, 279 missing.
So that's the updated death toll?
Yeah, from AP.
All right, AP is reporting that is 3 dozen have died in this. Apparently, here's what we can tell you. Fire officials say that this fire happened across 7 apartment buildings in a housing complex in Hong Kong. Fire officials adding that the heat in the buildings is impacting their ability to get in, which means that many are still trapped, which goes to what Jonah was just sharing with us, that nearly 280 people are still unaccounted for at this time. Hundreds have been evacuated as we look at that. A scaffolding outside of one of the buildings is believed to have played a role in this, as are the winds. This information coming out of Hong Kong. So we'll keep you updated on that throughout this and throughout all of our platforms that you're following us as far as getting your news. Let's take a look outside, because we also want to talk about the weather. We know that a lot of people are trying to make their plans as far as how they're going to be getting through tomorrow. As you take a look at 6th Ave, we want to bring in meteorologist Audrey Puente. We were talking about winds over there in Hong Kong, but as far as where we are here, I just thought it was warmer than it was.
It is warm. I'm looking at that picture. Nobody has the umbrellas up. Everyone's moving and shaking. I mean, it's a really, really comfortable day in the Tri-State area. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. I mean, that's well above normal for this time of year. But, right, changes are brewing.
Here we go.
Yes, this time tomorrow it'll be ridiculously cold. We're talking temperatures in the 40s, but wind chills will make it feel like the 30s. So if you're planning to head to the parade, definitely bundle up. It's going to be misleading because folks will head out to the parade in the morning, probably like 40 degrees. That doesn't seem that bad as a morning start. However, we're not going to go up far from there. So it's only going to stay in the low 40s for tomorrow, and the winds will pick up in speed too. Here are the lows tonight. So you see the cold air is already rushing in by tonight. We're going to be in the 20s in Monticello, 30s here in the city. The clouds will clear out, so tomorrow we'll have plenty of sunshine, but it's going to be misleading as you look outside your window, because when you go outside, it's going to feel really cold. Again, highs will only be in the 40s tomorrow. Wind chills will make it feel like the 30s. Yeah, if you're looking for some heat, hopefully it'll be on your Thanksgiving table, right? Because it is going to be really cold tomorrow. You have to be bundled up. The good news is no major storms. So if anyone's driving and out and about for tomorrow, you should have no problems as far as the weather is concerned.
Look at that, 61.
I know, doesn't that sound
That's
amazing?
crazy.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, but normally when we were growing up, we were always bundled up when it was time to go and visit or travail to wherever we were going. But that's such a sharp range there, 61, 44.
I mean, there's an Arctic blast coming, straight out of Canada. And it is plaguing the northern plains, the Great Lakes today. They have significant snowfall expected in the Great Lakes, so we're in the sweet spot right now. If you're here all the way down to Florida, actually from Boston to Florida, very nice temperatures, and everyone else is experiencing ridiculously cold weather. So that's heading our direction. We do have a chance of a shower later tonight, probably around dinner time, maybe around 6 o'clock, because that cold front will be pushing through at that time. So along it, we could get an isolated shower or two. You want to have your umbrella handy. Other than that, it's going to be really quiet. No major rains. You can see that line forming to the west. That's the cold front. So it's going to kind of fizzle out or lose its punch when it makes its way into our region. But again, the threat mainly around 6 o'clock is when you could have a shower passing through, so that's when you want to have your umbrella handy. And then behind that, it's going to turn much colder, like dramatically colder. Factor in the winds too. Again, wind chills in the 20s and 30s. Now Friday, because the winds will still be blustery, it's going to pick up moisture off the Great Lakes, and we're going to have lake effect snow showers plaguing northern areas, meaning like northern Sullivan County, Ulster County. We could get a few isolated showers here in the city, but I think it'll be in the form of rain. Because on Thanksgiving Day, you can see temperatures will only be in the, it is just, I don't think people understand how cold it's going to be.
I think I do now.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really cold. So whatever your outfit is for Thanksgiving, you want to
add an extra layer.
Yes, because it is not a time for like sleeveless tops or shorts. So I'm sure there's people wearing them today.
All right, we're talking about Thanksgiving. Yeah, no shorts for sure.
Right.
And all, you staying put? Are you traveling, or what's
I'm in town. Yeah, I'm in town.
Okay.
I'm going to be going to someone's house, Jersey. So no cooking and no cleaning for me. So I'm very happy. It's going to be a happy Thanksgiving for me. How about you?
I'm staying put. I'll be here also. I'm off tomorrow, as are you, so it'll just be stuff around. I still got to cook a couple of things that I do day of. Then, of course, it's just like lounging, sitting around, watching.
Part.
Speaking of watching movies, you've seen Home Alone 2.
Yes.
That's the second one, Lost in New York, where Kevin McAllister gets in. It's so iconic, the Plaza
The
Hotel.
Plaza right there. There it is, yeah.
Duncan's Toy Chest, which we know is based on F.A.O. Schwartz,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's,
yes, that's right. That makes
since
sense.
it's like right there,
Yes,
like that. So anyway, there's been a report talking about just how much that getaway, if you will, well, he got lost, if you will. He took the wrong plane. How much that would cost now, 2025, as opposed to what we were looking at right now. Oh, look, there's the president, his cameo. He's probably checking him out, making sure, that he's
That's
not.
when he owned the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, and make sure the little kid wasn't taking anything, but anyway. So the trip back then cost the whole thing somewhere in the neighborhood of about
It was like $2,200.
$2,200,
$2,200. Yeah, I think I saw
then.
$2,300. Right?
We have the inflation calculator.
Oh, there's the inflation calculator. So,
okay, I think it was about $2,300, right?
So, all right. So look, we've crunched some numbers. A one-night stay at the Plaza Suite in 1992.
You just did the calculation.
They just did it. Okay.
It's $5,264.
It is. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can see it. Wow!
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
that.
Wow.
That's more than a
That
mortgage.
is. Well, we should tell people
Well,
that.
depending upon your house,
Yeah, but we should tell people. Well, the cost of the suite back then was $1,100 in 1992. The suite today is $62. Listen, my friend Ashley just stayed there the other night. I'm gonna ask her what was the hotel room? What was that?
You may not want the answer.
Okay, my favorite part.
I know
is
your
the
friend
room,
Ashley.
Okay, my favorite part is the room service feast. Okay, because back in 1992.
Okay, wait. We'll ask Eric. Type in. It's Jonah.
Jonas.
Jonah's doing it. Jonah. Okay, room service fees that Kevin McAllister got in there was $967.40 in 1992.
What is it
so,
today? Oh, could you How do you eat $2,200 worth of? Well, then again, okay.
It was jelly beans and ice cream. Remember he was.
Well, also I'm going to
binging.
say, like anything you order in any hotel is going to be inflated in price anyway. So these are not Trader Joe prices, right? These are the Plaza, right? Oh my God! You know what we should have done? We should have gotten the menu from the Plaza right now and calculate what we'd have to order to come up with $2,200.
Alex is thinking.
Alex is. She's like, well, we got to do that. We got to do that.
A 3-scoop ice cream sundae in 1992 is $18. Now, Jonah, is about $24.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's only a 33% increase there,
but the room service fees is 130%.
Should just go to the Dwayne Reed and grab
going
some
online.
snacks.
I'm going to go I'm going to go online and see what they're charging at the room service at the Plaza and see what do we have to get to eat up $2,200.
Take the wide shot, Eric, so we can just let everybody know how many people we have standing around us. From the back camera, we can show. Because Lila's over there about to count us down. She's ready to just yell 30 seconds, so all right.
This is our whole crew right
That's
here.
Jonah, who's crunching our numbers.
Yeah.
Audrey and I.
Hello.
Eric McPhailin, who's working he's our technician, our operator right there. Lila standing by. She's the warden. She's got the time cue. And Miss Alex is off to the side. She'll step in just to wave. But
hey, we only have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right.
We're done.
Look, did you see Lila doing? She knows it, right?
Like,
all right.
let's go,
That's the cue. So anyway, from all of us that you've seen just there, from the rest of our colleagues who are in the back, Michael Stallone's walking right now, just coming back from lunch. So we just want to wish everybody a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Let us know what you're thankful for on whatever platform that you're watching us all. But really, from all of us here at Fox 5, be safe, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Next Newsroom Live is coming.
Thanks for watching Fox 5's Newsroom Live. We're now joining Live Now's non-stop stream of live and breaking news.
Hey, come on! Come on! Come on! Who here? Come on! Come on, man, let's go! Move them! Come on! Shit, he done. He probably, somebody get him! Come here! He shot it! We shot it! He was shooting at him! Yeah. Move! Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back!
What happened? Watch your back.
I got one down.
Watch back, watch back. Let's go back.
Hey, officer, I need you to get in that bag right there, open it up, and grab a BBM out, all right?
I don't know what that is.
Just open that bag wide up.
The big one?
Big pocket. Stay calm, sir. I mean, kid, stay calm.
Where we at? Where we at? Talk to me. Which one?
Right here. This big one. Open that up and put that together. Stay calm.
We got multiple people shot, same multiple ambulance. Wait, get back! Hey, get him back! We have one in the car. He's unconscious. He's not answering. Hey, come here, come here. We gotta work on him. Hey, set a perimeter. Hey, get my bag. Get my bag. Second shooter over here, but we don't know where he's at.
We came over here. We heard gunshots right here. There's a guy running towards.
Okay, we're going to change the format just a little bit. Before we do questions and answers, we're going to have Chief Reyes come up and he's going to do it in Spanish.
Hola, soy jefe Jesse Reyes del departamento. Como siempre.
All right, so as you can hear there, we are taking a look at this news conference going on with Dallas Police. Now, the information that is coming in here is basically coming out from the police chief. We do know that 2 people are dead, several others injured, and you probably noticed that we were blurring a lot of that because the video there was very graphic, and of course, viewer discretion is advised. Now, we're not sure how long this will be in Spanish, but if you're just joining us, I do want to go over essentially just some of the details of what we know so far as the Dallas Police Department gave this update on the deadly officer-involved shooting that happened outside of a downtown nightclub, leaving 2 people dead. Newly released body camera video showing that chaotic scene, as you saw, with the gunfire ringing out there. Now, the shooting happened early Monday morning in the 2000 block of Commerce Street in downtown Dallas. Dallas Police Chief Daniel Comio said that there was a disturbance at the location earlier in the night, so officers were already there, and you kind of heard that as it did all play out. Again, they are translating into Spanish right here. It looks like the chief came back up a short time later. Let's lift up the audio.
No, not at this time.
Can you clarify how officers were able to identify the gunman involved in the shooting outside the nightclub? That person became ward officers, they had a weapon in their hands. Talk about the identification of the gunman.
Well, the officers really did a phenomenal job. As you know,